Hello and welcome back. We're at number 2. This is the third one along, actually. And this picture is just so pretty. It's very detailed and it's beautiful. Okay, so let me take you through what this was all about in case you missed the others. On Monday evening, we did a workshop about performance anxiety. And what happened in it for the Capalaba football team, the women's team, and they are in the semi-finals this weekend. So it was all about a bit of team bonding, a bit of performance anxiety, a little bit of getting to know each other, and how we can achieve our goals intuitively. Now, what happened was I talked about anxiety, performance anxiety, and what it is, and how anxiety is a fear of the future. And often when we're fearing the future, we're fearful of things that we really have no control over, like the weather or traffic or, lots of things that we don't have control over. Even winning the game, we don't have control over it because we don't have control over the team. We only have control over ourselves. So that's what this workshop was about, getting an understanding of what our intuition or their intuition was telling them about how they can achieve their goals. And if they focus on their flower, and they focus on that what their intuition is guiding them to, it can take away a lot of that performance anxiety, because it takes away the negativity. With performance anxiety, we get a lot of that negativity coming through, a lot of those little negative, like the little devil on your shoulder, giving you that thoughts and those words that you take on board, and you start to get panicky. You get fast breathing, you get sweaty, butterflies in your stomach. And look, some of them are okay, you can deal with them, but when they start to become extreme and you start missing training sessions, or you start to really feel nauseous and you just don't want to go, then we know it's gone more of a bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety, or feeling a little bit anxious, to more like an anxiety. So to help us get through this, we did this workshop, and during the workshop, the coach was trying to get an understanding, or wanted an understanding, of how he can motivate his team. And so the whole workshop started working around how to motivate the teams. Now, which was really good. And intuitively, that's what you got. You just follow where they're going, and we do with that. But I just was a little bit concerned that the girls weren't getting what they needed to get out of it. And we didn't round it off properly about performance anxiety in the end. So doing these readings will help them with that. And this is what my intention is for today. So when we look at this lovely little flower, the first thing we can see that it's well balanced within its image, and the detail in it. It draws you into the heart center. The detail in there makes you want to go to the heart center. So when we look at a flower like this, and we refer it to performance anxiety or achieving our goal, a lot of it has to do, for this particular flower, has to be a heart, attracted to the heart. So this lady needs to be really mindful that what she's doing sits well in her heart. It has to sit well for her. And that's the main area on this one. The main goal is that it's very, very heart-centered. And she's got these lovely little lines that go in towards it. Hang on, I'll do it over here. Those little lines that go into it, they're like the little landing lines that go towards the heart, and it's saying, come in, come in. The heart center is a little bit darker, and that makes it a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more interesting, a little bit more, makes you want to move into it, makes you want to go into it a little bit more. But as far as achieving the goal goes, well, I don't see any problem with achieving the goal. Again, I'd go back into the yellow would be, I have a little chart here. That's what I'm looking at. There's a little chart I give out. And the girls, because I'm trying to teach them to trust their intuition, they have to pick the colour themselves. But I'm again sort of going, actually I'm going towards more of the intellectual. So, oh yeah, and that sort of matches too. Okay, so we look at the attraction needs to be intellectual. That's the yellow color. And when you look at the image, because it is so detailed, you can see that she needs to have that detail and that understanding. It needs to make sense to her. So if you were experiencing any performance anxiety in that, I would suggest that you would do visualization. Absolutely, visualization. It is, you can do your visualization and you can go into as much detail as you want because it's all in your head. And when you're starting to focus on the positives and visualization in your head, it's not letting those negative thoughts come through. Well, it's going to try and stop those negative thoughts coming through. So when you're starting to feel, or if you're starting to feel that sensation of that negative self-talk or poor concentration, it's really important for you to give yourself that bit of space and a bit of time that you can actually do this visualization. Now, visualization is like a guided meditation. You can get a guided meditation and listen to them on the YouTube, and they can guide you through it. But I feel you need a little bit more detail than what a guided meditation can give you. Now, a guided meditation can take you wherever you want to go, and you'd be able to do that, not a problem. But for you to achieve your goal and play the best you can play or be the best you can be, you need to visualize it yourself, and you won't get that in a guided meditation. So when they talk about people visualizing them achieving different things, and especially with the sports people, you are one of those people that will do really, really well in that because you have got the ability to see that detail. Some people won't have that ability to go into that detail, that they need to be guided more than them thinking for themselves and visualizing for themselves. So really, really important for you to visualize what you want to see. And one of the things I really see there, because the yellow and the bright and it's joy, yellow is such a beautiful bright color. What I see there is that big smile on your face as you're walking off the field because you won or you played the best game you've played, and I can see you smiling, and you're looking at the coach and you're looking at your family and you're sort of going, oh my goodness, we've just done it. And I can see that. You can see that. You have the ability to see that because of the detail that you've got in that flower, the detail that your intuition's bringing forward. So you can do that, and it's not hard for you. What will be hard for you is finding the time to do that. Being a little bit more detail orientated, you're going to have trouble finding that time. So make the time now. Think about it now. Think about where you can get a bit of space for yourself just to sit with no one else around and allow your imagination to go crazy. And if you can do that a couple of times before the game, and I think the game's Sunday afternoon, if you can do that a couple of times before the game, and I don't mean on that day, I mean, tomorrow, the next day, and it doesn't have to be long, 5 minutes. 10 minutes the most. You don't have to be there for long. If you're sitting down for 5 minutes and you're not getting enough visualization, go a little bit longer, but it does not have to be for long. And it's just set your intentions that this is what I want to feel like. It's not what it look like. This is what I want to feel like when we come off that field. This is what I want to feel like. Okay? Focus on what you want to feel like. And when you're doing visualization, you've got to do it in sort of two aspects of it. You're doing it like you're in your body, like you normally would, and that's how you're feeling as you walk off the field. And I want you to do it as a spectator or somebody else that's looking at you. So in the second person. So you're there, you're watching yourself come off the field, and the smile on your face, and what you do, and where you go, and who you're hugging, and the tears in your eyes from excitement, and all the rest of it. Go right down to as much detail as you can. But that is what will help you if you have well, it's going to help you achieve your goal. It will also help you if you do get any anxiety. So just before the game, if it starts to have a bit of if you start to get that, just try and go to the toilet, lock yourself in the toilet and just have a little bit of a moment, okay? Just have some time to yourself and go, got this, you got this, okay? So that is yours. I hope you go well. I know you will go well. All the best for Sunday. I want to go now. I want to come and watch you. Okay.